He's envious of you. You are an actual woman. You got boobs. You got a nice booty. You got coochie. You're dressed fly. You look good. And when you walk into the room, you're going to get the attention of men. He wants the same attention as you from men.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Alpha Platform. You guys saw the topic of the video. Before we get started, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Today we're talking about DL dudes. I don't really cover DL dudes on this channel. I don't know why. I just I think the top is a little bit old, played out, tired. If you're a gay dude, you want to entertain DL dudes, that's fine with me. It's just not something that I'm with. I feel like I guess the squeeze isn't worth the milk or the orange juice, whatever you're going to call it. Squeeze isn't worth the juice. For me, if I'm going to have dealings with somebody, I might as well have it with an openly gay man because I'm going to get what I want. Anyhow, let's break down these comments about DL dudes. Let's go.
How I found out my boyfriend was on the down low was he tried to take me to a swingers club, and I was like, I'm not going in there. He actually had a membership to this place, and I asked him, you know, have you ever been with men or anything? He said, no, I've only been with couples. So like, have a man ever touched you? Have you ever engaged in any kind of activity with a man? He was like, no, I just been with couples. And so he was kind of vague about it. So I asked him, I said, how would you feel if you ever caught me with another man? What would you do? Do you know what he said? He was like, I wouldn't do anything. I would join. Like, you would just join us? This is somebody I've been with in a relationship for over a year. He said he was straight, supposed to be monogamous, but the entire time of us being together for over a year, he had been cheating on me at swingers club and had been with both men and women. And he finally came out later as bisexual.
That stuff is crazy to me. This dude was thrown off. You know, like I talked about this on my channel before. People who are into like couples, swinging, thruples, you can be heterosexual, right? But in the throes of passion, in the heat of the moment, you can do some stuff that you normally would not do. And when a dude automatically tells me that he's into threesomes, couples, swapping, whatever it is, I know that he's bisexual. I know, because there's no way in the world you're going to sit there and watch your wife getting pleasure from another man and not want to join in. And when you're joining in, you're going to touch that man too. I don't care what y'all say. Like, I don't care what y'all say in the comments. Oh no, he can just touch the woman and he'll be fine. That's not what happens. That's not what happens in the throes of passion. That's not what happens. You can go on YouTube, or excuse me, on the internet right now and watch videos of what happens when these dudes get into threesomes. When they get into cuckold relationships, they end up messing with the dude too, because that's part of their fantasy. The man is also part of the fantasy. Let's go on.
Honestly, straight women should 100% be concerned about their men cheating on them with other men. So I just moved to a new area. I've always lived in and around New York City. So I always assume I'm in New York City. There's so many like dating, you know, hookup options or whatever for men who are into men. And I just moved to this more like suburby area in New Jersey. So I was like, oh man, I'm probably gonna have like no one to like talk to. But I was really surprised to see that, you know, gay dating apps or hookup apps like Grindr are still very active around here. But what really surprised me even more was the amount of quote unquote straight men who are on apps like Grindr. And within like a week of moving here, I met two of them who came over for extracurricular activities. And after the fact, they're both like, oh yeah, don't really like message me because I can't really do this often. I could only do it today because my girlfriend is gone for the weekend. I was like, girlfriend? Anyways, ladies, watch out.
Hello, I'm Melanie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing stories of women who found out that their male partners were on the down low. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means that men who are posing as heterosexual males, but really they are either bisexual or fully gay. Here are some women who have been in that very situation.
Tell me, when did you suspect that your man was on the down low?
So about 2 years into our marriage, me and my ex-husband, we were not doing well. It was toxic. One day I needed to use a laptop, but mine was broke, and a lot of times he would let me use his. He wasn't home on this specific day. I go to open his laptop and his email is open. I guess he must have forgot and not realized and just shut it down, but normally he would close his apps out. I go in the email and I see that there are these emails with a strange subject from Craigslist. Something I had to read and open because I was like, oh no, who is he sending messages to? I click on it and it is messages where he's responding back and forth to a man from Craigslist that my ex had reached out to. This man is openly gay, and the man was asking my ex-husband, have you ever been with a man before? Have you ever tried these things before? My ex responds back with, no, but I've always been curious about it. So when we're in these relationships, we tend to overlook a lot of.
First off, Craigslist is for the hoes from the 80s and the 90s, early 2000s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not there anymore, but yeah, that used to be the app where a lot of you gays used to go to hook up on and just meet people at. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. I just know. But yeah, man, like I would say in this year of our Lord 2024. If you don't have the passcodes to your dude's like phone and whatnot, what are you doing? What I found out is a lot of gay dudes, what y'all like to do is y'all like to have unfiltered raw access to people's bodies, but y'all don't want to give people access to your phones. We only have one body. You can always get another phone. So that's why I don't play this. Oh, you can't have my passcode. You can't have my blah, blah, blah. I don't play that. You know, I don't play those ghetto games like that. You got my password, I got your password. That's not to say I'm going to use it because I don't got time to be going through people's phones and whatnot. But just the security of knowing that you have not only unfiltered access to my body, but you get to, you know, have some sort of account of what I'm doing because I owe you accountability for laying down with you with no protection. Does that make sense to y'all? Because it makes sense to me. That's how I run my life. Let's go on.
Red flags, including the ones that may signify that the person we're dealing with may be DL, down low. So this person is responding to a stitch that I had made. I was talking about the first time I realized that my partner was DL. I quickly want to get into these signs I overlooked that you may be seeing too and you may be overlooking as well. Sign number one, my ex, he had this weird obsession with play. Like he just wanted to do activities. He would ask me and beg me and I didn't want to, and he gave me the silent treatment for like a week and a half. Finally one day I gave in. I ended up doing it, ended up hating it, but he just always liked to do anything, and I was never comfortable because it's not my kink and I'm cool with kinks, but it just was never my thing. But I always questioned, what man is that obsessed with? The next sign was that he had this weird obsession with asking me questions. He acted like we don't live in New York City where there is people everywhere. It's so accepted here because here there's so much diversity. How the hell could you be born and raised in New York City? He just acted really weird. He just has so many questions. He was always asking about it, and I always thought it was really funny. Another sign was that he would make these weird jokes. I think that I might like men and I want to try certain things. He would keep the joke going and then ask me like, what would you do if that was the case? And I was like, honestly, I can't be married to you if that's the case because I just wouldn't feel comfortable because then you probably want to cheat on me and be with a man. I accept it, but this is something I should have been new about. And then he would suddenly change his mind. Oh, that was a joke. I just want to see what she was going to say. That was really weird and random. And also another really strange sign to me that I saw, whatever male
anytime somebody's willing to put something out there as a joke, they just testing you. Like, people like to hide the truth behind jokes, like to hide how they truly feel about you, whether that's making mean remarks in a joking manner. They like to hide their true feelings behind jokes. Therefore, because if you get offended, it's therefore your responsibility and your fault that you were offended about a joke. You can't take the joke. But yeah, a lot of people like to hide behind making jokes. I think it's the cowardly way out. If you want some pussy, just say that's what you want and go get it. That's all I have to say. Like, ain't no need to keep faking and fronting about what you want and what you don't want. Why drag somebody into your mess when you want to deal with dudes? Just go do it.
Friend that he had for that moment, the flavor of the year. He was extremely close to that person in a very strange way. He would drop everything just to hang out with them and spend the weekend at their house and completely act as if me and his kids did not exist or as if we did not have family plans or couple plans. Really weird shit. Yeah, I do think my ex may be DL. And I have more.
Here are 3 ways that you could tell if a man is on a down low. Number one, he is using your relationship as a cover up. He can't stand you and he's very jealous of you because he's fighting inner demons. He's mad that he can't come out the closet the way that he wants to. So you will be punished in that relationship because he is struggling with his identity. He targeted you and he chose you because you are going to help him clean up his identity. You're going to help him with his fake facade. See, he wants the community and his family and friends to believe that he married a gorgeous woman. You're super successful. It has nothing to do with love and totally about his image and tricking people and deflecting off the fact that he's a closeted homosexual. But what's going to happen within that marriage? He's going to bully and punish you. Whether you're living with him, y'all are engaged to be married, y'all just living together, whatever the situation is, he's going to bully you in that relationship because number one, he's envious of you. You are an actual woman. You got boobs. You got a nice booty. You got coochie. You dress fly. You look good. And when you walk into the room, you're going to get the attention of men. He wants the same attention as you from men. And because he can't come out the closet and live in his truth, you'll be bullied and punished for that. Number two, he spends a lot of time with one specific homeboy. I mean, he spends a lot of time with this homeboy. They always run in the streets together. He's got a whole woman at home. Y'all are married, y'all are engaged, y'all are living together. Why is he spending more time with his homeboy running the streets than he does with you? That's because they're I said what I said. Do the investigation and come back and thank me later. No man is supposed to spend too much time with his homeboy, and he got a whole woman at home. He's more loyal to his homeboy than he is to you because they're lovers. Number three, pay attention to the way that he makes love to you, the way that he handles you. He's going to handle you like a man. And you're going to notice that the sex is going to become robotic. Ain't nothing wrong with a little rough sex here and there, but he's going to handle you like a man. He's going to be robotic with it. There's going to be an emotional disconnect. You got to pay attention to the pattern. He's been with a man and he wants to go back to being with a man, and he does not enjoy sleeping with you. You can tell it and you can feel it. You got to pay attention. Be safe out here, ladies. It's ugly. Here's another way that you can tell that a man is on the down low and he's too afraid to come out the closet.
This lady, you can tell she's mad angry. She has some history with a DL dude. You can tell she just had personal history. But what I want to say is that a lot of straight women, cisgender, heterosexual women, they have this trope going around where they feel like we as gay, queer, black men, whatever you want to call it, queer, I'll just say queer as an umbrella term. We as queer men, like we want to be them. I'm just here to tell y'all, I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but we don't want to be women. We may envy the fact that you guys get to, you have a freedom of self-expression. You don't have to express yourself within the confines of masculinity. Like you get to express yourself freely. You get to have the sexual partners you want and still be considered heterosexual. You get to dress how you want, wear your hair how you want, talk how you want, be yourself. And society doesn't have a lot to say about that as women. So that's what one thing I would say we're jealous about, not angry, but kind of jealous about, is that you get to be yourself. And a second thing I want to say is you have to remember that being a man still comes with privileges. So why would we want to give up the privilege of being a male just to become a female, have access to what you have access to? If you're still struggling as a heterosexual woman to find a date, what makes you think that us becoming a woman is going to help us find a date? Like, what y'all don't get is that as men, we are still finding men out here. Like, men are still out here choosing us as men. Does that make sense to y'all? Like, we don't have to trick these men. Trans people are not out here tricking these dudes. Like, we're still getting played as men. So why we want to become a female, take a hit in terms of society, the societal ladder, and become a female? Why? Like, what is the benefit that we have of becoming a female? We don't want periods. We don't want a vagina. We don't want any of this stuff. We are happy being who we are. We just want to live in a peaceful manner in society, which allows us to have the same rights and benefits as you guys do. We don't want to be anybody else but ourselves. That's it. I hate to break it to y'all. We don't want no vagina. We don't want no periods. We don't want no I'm not gonna say we don't want no kids, but most gay men don't want any children. That's just what I'll say.
Closet. We all know that a lot of men get married or they get into relationships with straight women simply to mask the fact that they don't want to come out. The woman is called a beard because she's covering up for him his closeted homosexuality. Take a good look at this woman. 9 times out of 10, these men that are on the down low, closeted homosexual, they choose women who are masculine. She's either going to be masculine looking in the face, her hair is masculine, or her body. Look at her body. She will be built like a man. She will be masculine looking, her mannerisms. He's playing the feminine role and his wife plays the masculine role, i.e., Will and Jada.
If y'all know this stuff, because I'm agreeing to what she's saying, I could see like how a gay dude, a closeted gay dude would want to be with a more masculine woman just to be, have her as a beard. But if y'all know this stuff, why are y'all still choosing to believe that we woke up one day and chose to be gay? Like if y'all see that dudes, this dude has a natural affinity towards masculinity and being attracted toward masculinity, why do y'all still believe that we are choosing to be gay? It's not a choice. People are born this way. Women have to take some form of accountability for creating the DL man because y'all refuse to accept the truth about the sexuality of people, the sexuality and romantic attractions of other men, which causes them to in turn lie to y'all, cheat on y'all, and do all types of reckless stuff on y'all with y'all because we just haven't created spaces for them to be honest. Like I learned a long time ago, for a relationship to work out, and if you want honesty from a person, you have to create space for honesty. You have to create safe spaces for that type of interaction to occur. It's just not going to happen naturally. So if you're like, anytime he opens up and tell you something, if you're always going off about it, anytime he's truthful, he's never going to want to be truthful with you. He's never going to want to be truthful with you. So the previous clip talked about a dude joking around about, possibly wanting to mess around with a guy, having a threesome with his wife and another guy. What the woman didn't realize is that was his way of trying to be truthful with her about what he wanted in life. Like he still could have probably wanted a wife and whatnot, but he also wanted to experiment with another man. And sure, that's not okay with her, which is fine, but that was his way of coming clean and asking her and being honest with her, which I don't agree with. Like if you're gonna have the conversation, have the conversation. Like if you're gonna be about it, then talk about it in a way that's straight up. Be a straight shooter about it. Pow pow. So this is it for this video. I'm not gonna watch any more clips, but I agree with this girl, what she's saying. They will pick masculine women. They will say things in a joking manner, just see her reaction. What else did she say? Something about always falling out with the dude friends. If he's too close with another male, they arguing like a married couple or a couple. Something's going down, they didn't smash before and they still probably smashing now. It's like once you link up with somebody, have sex with a person, you create a tie to that person. And that's why you got to be careful about who you lay down with, because a lot of y'all are out here having casual sex and y'all believe it's just sex. Like I like to tell y'all on my channel, it's not just sex. It's not just sex. You are becoming bonded and attached to that person. And that's why y'all be arguing like that. That's why y'all still closeted, messing around, and everybody can feel that energy off of y'all. Y'all not fooling nobody. And especially if y'all are older, closeted gay men, y'all not fooling people. Y'all got until about the age of 25 to bring home a female, a girl, or else it's a wrap for y'all. And I hate to say it, but that's how I feel. I'm not lying. That's just what we all thinking. All right, you guys, thank you for joining me for today. Wolf is back. Wolf back. Take care. Peace.